I'm entering the city of Andersonville, 1 mile. And I want to take you along with me, the Ghetto Free Press, out of Valdosta, Georgia. We're going to tour a little bit. I'm on my way to Gordon, Georgia for a city council meeting tonight. And I decided to come through Andersonville. I've heard much about this place. Some people are afraid to come to Andersonville. They think it's all about the Confederacy and the hate movement. But, well, y'all know what I do. I just believe in getting the truth and showing it to you because you have a right to know. I understand a lot of people come here to visit. Well, today the Ghetto Free Press rolled through here. And we're going to share with you what we find. And we're going to do it because, hey, let's face it, just maybe nobody else will do it, okay? Yeah. Let's go around again. Yep, we'll do it again. People may laugh at me, but we gotta do it. Yep. Greetings, this is the Ghetto Free Press. I'm once again George Boss Rhymes in the state of Georgia. I just left Americus, Georgia, and I was on my way to Gordon, Georgia, to a city council meeting tonight, but I just happened to stop through Andersonville. Many people across the nation look at the reenactment of the Confederacy, and they may say, well, that's a racist place. I sure wouldn't want to be caught in Andersonville after dark. Well, after I was riding through this little small town, I didn't see the city hall, and so I stopped by some blacks houses that were sitting on the porch. And I asked them, what did they think about Andersonville? And they say it's a beautiful place, we love it. I said, what about race? He said, we get along fine here, we take care of each other. So I came down here to this restaurant here, and I see a group of people that seems to really be together. And so I thought I would come down and see if any of them wanted to talk. And this is called Anderson Station Confederate Restaurant. And some people would look at the Confederate just because it got Confederate on it, they would think something wrong with it. But the people I met on the street say they come down here all the time and that it is a beautiful place, have good food and everything. Then I started talking to some of the people who actually work here. The owner, who owns it? Come here just a minute. Yeah, she owns it, began to tell me about this young man here. Come on, my beautiful brother. And what's your name? Kimberly. Kimberly, and who's this? Eric. And you said something about he remind you of who? My father. Yeah, and why is that? You all been working together for a good while? Yes, we have. We bought the place in November last year, and Eric came in and just started helping us out, along with everybody else in town. Just show up and help. Don't ask for pay, nothing. Just, what? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Try to pay him a little bit better. That is but so. But just to help, and my father passed away when I was 10, and I always say Eric reminds me of my dad because he has the same build. My dad was from Italy, darker skinned, and he won't even let me handle hot stuff in the kitchen, nothing. He's always looking out. And when my husband's at work, he's a fireman, he's always taking care of me. So. Right. Well, we're going to close out. I'm going to take some more clips around town. I just want to get a copy of you because you were so, your spirit was so warm and tender, and that's what it's all about in our world. And to see the unity, this is what I believe the founding fathers of this great republic wanted to see. In this day and age, you are a pearl, although I don't know that much about you. I'm just taking you for what I feel and the vibrations and sensations. And I'm going to record this because I'm sure a lot of people across Georgia and America needs to know what I hear, now outsiders may come in here and change this, but according to what they say, it's a beautiful place to live. It's a beautiful unity. Go ahead, bro. What's your name?
Quiet.
Quiet.
Nice.
Okay. Anything else you want to say to anybody else?
Well, I just say, come out to the Andersonville station, the Confederacy. Come out and eat some good old Southern food. That's all I can tell you.
We all work together, lots of love.
All love.
All right.
You're all welcome.
Oh, in closing, what kind of, anybody else have anything to say? Okay, if not, what kind of food do you all serve? What kind of food do you serve here?
Good Southern cooking.
That's all. Good color fried chicken.
Collards, black eyed peas, cornbread.
Okay. The people up here were saying that the whites here knew, because they told me, the young guys, they 24, 26 years of age. I just stopped having to stop to them. And I told them I was coming down to City Hall. I just got down here by mistake. I was really going to City Hall. And I saw you all sitting out. So I thank you all so much. I just can't pay you. So I'm just going to do what I do. And what's the address here, by the way?
107 East Church Street, Andersonville, Georgia.
Okay, you give me permission to put this on YouTube, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Once again, this is George Boss Ryan, the Ghetto Free Press. And I'm doing what I do because it got to be done. Look here. And if I don't do it, who else is going to do it? And we're going to take a little walk around the town here, and let me get this one more time. Anderson Station Confederate Restaurant. And you can call it what you want, but the people here love it. And this is a little small area of the town, Andersonville. Many of you have seen the reenactment of the Confederacy. A lot of you have formed your own opinions about it, but it is what it is. We cannot change history. We can do better, but we can't change history. And of course, just because you see things of this nature don't mean that it's negative. It means that that's what it is. That's what it was and always will be in the archival record of history. Of course, Welcome Center. And so if somebody come in and want to talk about hate and talk about racism, they can do it. But these people say it is a beautiful place to live. And what else can you ask for? After all, this place is for the people that live here. And if you come through and visit, why can't you contribute to what they live every day? Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press. I'm George Boston Ryans. And by the way, you see there the United States flag and POWs. They're recognizing those who serve this great nation. Let's walk over here and get a shot of spring into history in Andersonville. How about that? Yeah. Let's get up a little closer here. Look at that. And this is in the state of Georgia. We should not be driven by negative vibes all the time. Let history be a true reflection of what history was and that we've moved on to higher grounds. Let's take a walk up here, a little stroll, if you will. Once again, I just left America's Georgia. I was trying to get a little footage at Southwestern University and what workers must go through there, and how EEOC apparently ignores some complaints that are sent to them, because we'll be addressing that at a later date. I've been talking about that, but we are going to do more about it if some of the people that are having problems are not addressed there. Look at these old ancient wagons, or carriages, if you will. Look at that. Look at the old outside toilet. It reminds me of it anyway. Me being from a South Georgia town of Whitman in Brooks County. Can you imagine back in the day, people just the way they had to travel? You know something? Once again, this is in Andersonville, Georgia. You may never come here, but the Ghetto Free Press has brought you here. Once again, because you have a right to know. Just that simple. You do. You have a right to know. And we want you to know, so we brought it to you. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Once again, thank you, my beautiful brother. Brother just brought me a donation to do what I do. Why did you do that, my brother?
Let's come from the Anderson Station. You have a free meal coming.
Thank you, my beautiful brother. Thank you, brother. Okay. That is so beautiful. That you talk about Southern hospitality, I do believe that. He put a little piece of money in my pocket telling me thank you for going around and do what I do. And I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. Although he is a black man, I must say it that. And I've said it on these videos because people can call me all kind of names. It's okay, I can deal with it. But the people who know me, black and white, I am who and what I am, and I am who I represent. And that is the good spirit from the divine source. And do we all know that during the Confederate War, we had blacks and whites fighting against each other, but we also had brothers and sons fighting each other. And it was a belief system, and this is why I say that we cannot fight the Baptists, the Methodists fighting the Holiness fighting the Presbyterian fighting the Muslim fighting the Jews fighting the Palestinians, and all that. We are better people than that, and God made us better than that. And once again, Civil War artifacts, and some people may not like what they see here, but it's a part of, look at it, even got the Indians. Now you know, you say what you want, but it is what it is. History is what history is. Let me get a better shot at this. And if the sons of the daughters of the Confederacy come here to reenact or whatever they do, they have a right to do that. And we should thank them for caring enough to carry on a history and legacy of what happened yesterday. And if black African Americans get upset about it because their relatives were enslaved, well, they have a right to do the same thing. They can put up monuments, markers, and show respect for those that they loved. And right here in the center of this little small area, of course, is what is the Egyptian obelisk. Came out of Egypt, and we know that Egypt, of course, is in Africa. And let's just read what it says here. In memory, Captain Henry W.R.Z. and born in Switzerland, 1822. Okay. Sentenced to death and execution at Washington, D.C. and executed at Washington, D.C. November 10, 1865, to rescue his name from the, I can't hardly see it, let's see, stigma attached to it by, I can't understand, this is better, can I see it here? Wow, can't hardly see it. Let's go, let's see. I will say that if you are ever in Andersonville or close to Andersonville, Americas, please come to this little small town and actually go in and get your tour. I may just come back down here during the reenactment of the sons and daughters of the Confederacy. Yeah. Once again, this is Andersonville, Georgia, and I'm George Boston Rhymes, and this is indeed the Ghetto Free Press. We can also see the Confederate Sons flag, and in a place like Andersonville, with the historic meaning behind this place, the old Georgia flag does not look that bad. Old schoolhouse antique. preserving a part of our history. Whether we like it or not, it is what it is. Anderson Station. A lot of blacks come here. I'm sure they probably afraid or feel like this is not a place for them to even come and eat. But from what I've heard from the black people here, it would be an ideal place to eat. And some of them even say to have a family. I've met one girl here. She's from Americus, Georgia, but she works at the post office. And she says she would be looking forward to seeing this on my YouTube channel. Once again, I'll bring this to a close now. This is George Boston Rhymes, and I'm going to close on the Welcome Center as we zoom in on the Welcome Center. Thank you all for watching. I'm on my way to Gordon, Georgia to do what I do, because after all, it must be done. The big newspapers and the big television stations and radio may not cover this. But you got it today. Bye-bye. This is another area that I was told about after I closed out the video, I thought. And so we thought we would come down here and record what the young lady told me about. Said something about a grit mill being down here as well. What a dog, what a dog. Oh my God, it's a big one. That's a big dog there. Yes, yes, yes. But anyway, we'll take a quick view out of this. Come back and get that dog. I think he looks interesting as long as he don't have his teeth in my flesh. Yes. And they call this is what she said, they call it Pioneer Farms. And of course the rules here. Gotta be some rules for everything. Okay. In a little small town like this, I guess, I'm sure when they have potlucks or whatever out here, they got areas that will protect you from the weather. People can set up their booths. I gotta come back one day when it's in full operations. Yeah. And one lady said she lived back here. Let's go this side here. Yeah. Yep, beginning to smell like a farm now. Oh, look at that, isn't that neat? I guess it's a little outside auditorium or something. Sitting area. Isn't there something? Stage. Let's walk over to this thing. Yeah. I don't know how much it costs to keep this up and to maintain it, but you have to admit, it looks nice. It really looks nice. I don't think we should ever lose our history. Nope, nope. Just imagine if nobody had thought enough of yesterday to record and keep some type of relic for our children and coming generations of children. This history could have been lost. And this is why it's so important that we show all of the history, not just a part of it. And because they say a farm, I guess they have to maintain some level of poetry, turkey, and sounds and smells of yesteryear. Look at her, she looks like she knows what's going on. Look at her, how about that, huh? This is in the state of Georgia. And this is outside of Americus. I was heading to Gordon, Georgia. There's little houses there. One lady said she actually lived in for a period of time here. Yep. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Look, let me go here. I just can't miss this. A little garden. There's something. Onions, tomatoes, peppers. Okra look like. Sweet potato vines look like. But anyway, it is what it is. That's a roundabout look there. The Ghetto Free Press. Doing what we do because it must be done by somebody. Once again, up in here. Alrighty, let's go back up the hill now. There's another little house over here. Yep. This is a quick view.
Ho, ho, ho. It's not even Christmas and it got me hollering ho, ho, ho. Well, you've seen all of I've recorded, but guess what? They told me to come inside and I got some, what you call these things? Corn fritters. Corn fritters, I'm telling you, I'm going to make these things here frit because I've already eaten 3 of them already. I'm telling you, I welcome anybody to come to Andersonville, to this restaurant. The food is better than delicious. It's plus, plus, plus. I wasn't going to record inside, I was going to save it to my next visit, but I just had to get this on tape. So the food is delicious. This chicken here is good. It's very good. I hate that chicken had to give his life so I can enjoy it like that, but guess what? Everybody has to pay a price, right? Once again, Ghetto Free Press.
This brother right here took me in, they fed me, and he's busy at it. Take care of yourself, brother.
Hey, man.
All right. Yep. Just keeping it real. Yep. This is what it is.